Hello, I'm Brianna, and welcome to My Life on Paper, where paper and pictures tell my story. I am doing a layout for the Stick It Down design team. Laura gives us a sketch, actually multiple sketches each month. There is a double page sketch, a single page sketch, and a card sketch, and I am on the double page team. I went into my stash and dug a couple things out. The paper in the background is the scenic route from the scenic route with Echo Park. And then Going Places is from Pear Tree Cut Files. And I already backed that so that you didn't have to watch me do that. I also took the the globes, the globes from um, Getaway by Echo Park, and I put those in the middle of the geotags. I am using some texture paste here. I am using a Simple Stories stencil and putting that texture paste right through there. I'm not going to do it all on camera. I will do the two corners and then I have to let it dry before I overlap them to get the rest of the line going across the top like you see in the sketch. Now I will have the Facebook linked below, the Facebook group linked below. You can go onto Facebook, see everybody's takes on the sketches, but you can also put your take on the sketch and then there is one person that is chosen to be on the design team for next month, so that's always fun. And just to let you know, when I say go into my stash, um, the scenic route is from 2020, which is actually pretty good for me, whereas Getaway from Echo Park is from 2014, and that's pretty normal for um, my stash. And I want some texture to this, so I don't want it flat. So I've got that spatula that I got off Amazon, and I'm gonna put the texture paste on with some peaks and valleys, and it just gives it a little bit more interest and a little bit of texture there. Then I will go off camera, I will let it dry, and I will come back. I should tell you about my pictures. So I think it was March of this year, my husband had a business trip. I flew out to see him, and I need to do my journaling because I haven't done that yet. These are pictures of when I first landed there. I thought about backing it on a map like paper, but honestly, because the map is going one way. Now I know you're not going to see a lot of it backing the photo, but I needed a paper or two papers so that I could get them all going the same direct or not the same direction. I needed a pattern that didn't matter which direction it was going. And again, you're not going to see a lot, but it does bring some color to the photos. Now the photos were developed with a white core. I'm going to take a trick from Tara the Paper Snob and distress my photos. Um, these are not super great photos. I could reprint them at any time. I take a light hand. I'm really not, it's not a big difference you get on them. It works actually better if you don't have that white frame on it because you're going to get more of a white frame with distressing it. But it was just something I wanted to try out, especially since you didn't see much of the pattern paper there. So all of the photos are now distressed. There is a picture of me on the plane. There's a picture of the palm trees. And then I took my first Uber by myself. And it's been a long time since I flew by myself. And then it was a Tesla. So I've never been in a Tesla before. So I took some pictures. And again, not the greatest pictures, but I'm going to get the story told. I will go ahead and adhere those down. And then I will work on my embellishment clusters like there are in the sketch. Make sure to check out my other videos this month. I am playing along with All About That Base, where along with Ginger's Corner and a lot of other creative people, we are making base pages and then using them to make layouts. And it is such a fun way. It's like a freeing way of getting your scraps together and putting a page together. And since this is new for me, and since I am such a sketch-oriented person, it really gets me out of my box. It gets me to use my creative side even more. So be watching for that. Now I'm gonna put these pictures down and I'm gonna get my title down, but it's a little premature for that because once I work on that journaling spot on the right hand side, everything needs to move up. But that's okay. Nothing is sent down in cement. So I don't tear any paper. It's all good. I do go into, these are from the Getaway collection from Echo Park. And nope, I take that back. It's from the Scenic Route at Echo Park. And I take, it says Amsterdam on there, and obviously I'm not in Amsterdam, I'm in California. So I um, layered those together for my cluster. Now again, this is kind of premature because I'm making a tight, uh, it's a journaling block and it's all gonna have to move up. Now, I generally don't go gluing things down closer till the end, but even that sticker peels up very nice. So I have different blocks. I got some from my color boxes, red, yellow, and blue to go with the colors. Some of these are from Ellie Studios. Some are just like kind of like pocket pages, I guess. Or so the red one is Ellie Studio, the yellow one is Ellie Studio, and then the blue one is a pocket card. So here and you can see how there's no room on the bottom of the page, but I layer them up and there's room for journaling there and it's a little bit of decoration and it brings all of those colors to the other side of the page. And the photos will move up, which there is room. So this is all good. And you can see how easy those kind of come up. And this is nice, sturdy, thick cardstock that I have no issues getting those photos off and down again. You will see that I've learned my lesson, and once I get that sticker up, it's not going down until I'm sure I know where it's going. So, but again, it's nice. It's the even the sticker is a nice sturdy that it can that it peels up and goes back down again. So, like I said, in case you are new here, I am a stash diving scrapbooker. I use what I have in my stash. I do go out and buy new things. I do like to combine new with old. But what I call new is not necessarily what everybody else calls new either. I had a subscription to Ellie Studio. I really like their stuff and I really want to put in another order, but I just, they send you stuff every month and then if you don't use it, it piles up. So I consider my Ellie Studio new and that's at least 2 years old. That's okay though. I don't like the word old either. Well loved, vintage. Okay, so I have some spray and I was gonna use my gold Dina Wakley spray and it wouldn't spray for me. So I take it's a yellow, it is Delusion Shimmer Spray um in pure sunshine. And I do use this a lot on my pages and I go right on my photo. Again, I am not concerned at all because I know if it turns brown tomorrow, I could reprint it. Not that it's gonna turn brown. And I just want to do a little bit under my cluster bases with that. Not something I normally do, so I'm trying out. Then I go in, these are plain watercolors from Walgreens of all places. And I'm again experimenting. I'm just going over my texture paste. It has three different icons on those geotags, a heart, a star, and a plane. So all the hearts get the red, all the stars get the yellow, and all the blues get or all the planes get the blue. I'm not being careful about it. I'm splashing it on, and in some cases, I'm going and putting on a second layer. I didn't necessarily mind if it was bright or dull or if they were all the same shade, honestly. I'm just getting it on there. I'm playing and experimenting. I've never really done that before. I think on the black paper is probably the best. I mean, because if it's slopping off onto the sides, you're not going to see that. So I think the black background was perfect for that. And I don't know if you can really pick it up on camera, but the black paper actually is maps. I think it's a map of France, but you're not going to see that, so it's okay. The blue journaling card says "This way to adventure," and then it kind of has some streets and directions and stuff. And then you could probably see it, but the yellow Ellie Studio card says "Remember." While I was getting those journaling cards out, I was also looking for different embellishments. So I do have the sticker there. It is a planner journal and it says "Go for it." And oh, I was just making sure that was dry. And you can see there was a little spot that came up on the paper towel, but not much. It's dry. So now I can safely put my sticker back down. This is just it's I think it's from a planner sticker, but it's just like a piece of washi, so I got some more yellow on there. And then I will work on that cluster in the left lower corner. And the sticker there says, I haven't been everywhere, but it's on my list. And I also have um, that suitcase and a camera. And I wasn't happy how those were looking, so they do move around a little bit in that cluster. But actually, I do move the luggage. It was too square. I took the globe out then, and I'm going to use that instead, and I'll move that camera over closer to my face. But it felt like it needed to be, I felt otherwise lopsided, so I feel like it had to, I evened it out a little bit that way, and it's not completely on my face. So there are these little stickers that look kind of like enamel dots, so I'm going to get 3 into each cluster, and then you will see me bring the suitcase back once I get those enamel dot stickers down. And that suitcase is going to bring a little bit more yellow to that right lower corner. And that's it. So thanks so much for spending time with me today. I hope you have a fabulous day. Please come back and see me again soon, and go check out the Stick It Down Facebook group.